Yes, we are back again in Train Sim World number 5. Not Mambo number 5, that's a whole different thing. Train Sim World number 5. Back again on the Frankfurt S-Bahn, because that's the one we're doing. Where last time we did the S1, the S8 and the S7. I know. This time I'm going to do the S9 and then maybe see if we can have a bit of a diesel action, and then maybe some Ice Baby. We will see what happens. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. It's not creepy. This is going out on the YouTubes on a Saturday because that's the day it's going out. There's things on other days as well. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get the route. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitchy and interact and everything live. I know, this isn't a record. Well, this is a recording. On YouTube, this is recording, but for me, it's not. Well, it is a recording. But it's live, but it's being recorded. I know what I mean. Anyway, there'll also be a link down there to the Discord server as well. Good evening, because it's evening now when I'm doing this. It might not be when you're watching. You know, look, just deal with it. It's the internet. Hello, I should say, time zone permitted, to Trenty, Nico, Nigel, and Tiger. Wow, that's a lion. What do tigers make? Anyway, Frankie 30 thing is the thing we're going to do. We're going to go full timetable. We're going to go the 4:30 as we did before. I think I've spotted one at 8 something. There we go. Wiesbaden to Frankfurt. So we'll go into Frankfurt. We're going to leave the date to the date I'm recording this, and you'll see how far in the future it is when you're watching this. Interesting. There we go. What does Tiger make? I missed out a word then, didn't I? What noise does Tiger make? I just don't. What noise does Tiger make is what I meant to say. Don't pick on me already. We only just started. I'll cry. Right, we are here. Reverser into forwards. Unlock the doors. Headlights. High beam. Let us know when we can pick on you. Well, it's not very nice, is it? Don't pick on me at all. Wow. So yeah, we're at the Frankie 30 station. We're going to do a 4-line run in this, which is going to some places. Find the letter T. There we go. Wiesbaden, Mainz, Castor, Mainz, Biscoffy, Russelheim, Opal work. That's where they make the opals. Made to make your mouth water. Russelheim, Raunheim, Kelsterbach, Frankfurt Flughafen, Frankfurt Stadion, Frankfurt Niederrad, and Frankfurt. So some Frankfurt stations and some other stations. That is the plan. You are here, are you? I'm not. Guten Abend, Simhaven. Who's ready for the new song? What? God, you can't stop ruining the moment already. When you say song, we got to wait another 10 seconds before we can... No, minute. So 40 seconds. There's some time between now and when we can actually depart. What do you think of this route? You missed it last night. You have a note. Well, you're supposed to give the note in before you miss it. You can't come in the day afterwards and go, I got a note. I wasn't here yesterday. I like the route. Which, if you'd have been here yesterday, you would have realised. It's not Minions. You're going to be highly disappointed. It's not Minions. I wasn't a fan of the whole dance trance thing. I know Colin liked it, so I found something else. I did look very hard, but you know. Right, we have a few seconds to wait, and then we can close the doors and make our way forwards. Right, 2.1 miles to Wiesbaden. Are we going to move? Yes, we are. There's movement. So yes, we went past one of the diesel units yesterday. So we're going to give that a go, because I do like a bit of diesel action. It doesn't come with the route, but if you've got the other German routes that it comes with, you will get it. That makes sense, doesn't it? That's that disclaimer out of the way. There you go, a bit of a fanfare. Thank you, Connor. New song, very disappointed it's not the Minions. Well, yes, copyright and all that. Right, let's get going. A bit more of the speed. He was expecting a rock song. Disappointed. Rocky. It's not, well, no, it may change again. We'll see. Right, so 1.5 miles, or a bit more power. 1.5 miles to Wiesbaden. But yeah, definitely liking this route because I'm doing it 2 nights in a row. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing it again today. That'd be a clue, really, wouldn't it? Can we pay for our own sounds? Mm-hmm. I should actually turn that volume up. I'll do that for the music. Right, we've got a 68 limit coming up because I'm in miles an hour, not kilometers an hour. Hi Colin, how was my day? It was good. I finally moved desks. I'm now by a window. Although it was done at like 4 o'clock, so my stuff is just dumped on the new desk. So that'd be my first thing tomorrow morning, is trying to get the desk back to some sort of organisation. Right, 900 of the yards to go until we do the stopping. We are arriving at Wiesbaden, and we're arriving at Wiesbaden early. Hi, Michael. Yeah, not a bad price actually for the fact you get the 3. Well, technically it's 4 routes. Only claim it's 3, but you get the S7 as well. Although it's only a little one. You live in London, but not too far to go. Yeah, how many times have we been in London and you still failed to turn up, Colin? Doors are opening. You can just step off that first door. Just step to the left a little bit. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Wait until 8:15 and 30 seconds. Well, we'll do that then. If that's what you want us to do, then that's what we'll do. But yeah, so first time doing the S9, not the longest of the routes. Oh, really, Nigel? The door exit's over there. Have I just... I slightly open the doors on the other side. Ignore that. Let's try locking the doors on the correct side this time. There we go. That's better. Right, now we carry on to May. Let a bit of ventilation in. And put your hands on your hips. I can't do that in this chair. I don't know who makes these. It's definitely not Samsung. Oh, we're going up and over. Up and over. Siemens. No. I don't know who makes them. You lot are sat in front of a computer. Have a Google. A DB430. I thought it was a jump to the left, not a step to the left. It's just a jump to the left. And then, oh yeah, there's a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Yeah, okay, no, it's me. Forget that. I had to catch up. Train! I see a train. Kiwi! Hang on. There we go, I honked. What train is it? 4:30. BBBBBBB. 4:30. Bombardier and Alstom. Sounds like a double act. Do you honestly believe the Wikipedia? Wiki wow. We will shortly be arriving. Oh, actually, we're still going to be earliness of the time. 1.1 miles to go to Mainz. Nope. Early braking. It's 6:15, not 4:30. What? I know the north of the country is like still in 1987, but you're on a different time zone. It isn't quite Statler and Waldorf or Morecambe and Wise. Now, this is one of those things, okay? If anybody ever says to you, here's a fun fact, I can pretty much guarantee you the things that follow that statement are not going to be fun. So what you should do is when anybody says to you, here's a fun fact, if you're face to face with that person, just turn around and walk away. Or if you're on the phone with them and someone says to you, here's a fun fact, just hang up. Because it's not a fun fact. A fact, maybe. It's not fun. Fun is going on a bouncy castle as an adult when you're drunk. That's fun. We took, that level. And it is. No, I would never condone that. I wouldn't. Don't do it. Never done it. Don't do it. Well, go there, Michael. Go there. Let us know if you see any trains. Come back. Right, Mainz Biscoff is next. God blimey. We mentioned the potential London meetup last night on the stream. I've mentioned it in the Discord server today. I've never seen such excitement in the Discord. Everyone's just suddenly woken up. Connor is very keen. Hang on, here's a good fact. American flags on the moon eventually get bleached by the sun. If you believe we've been to the moon. I actually watched a Adam Savage video yesterday, who I follow on YouTube, great guy, where he was at the company that makes replica spacesuits for TV and films. And oh my god, the technology that goes into them. Yeah, it's definitely not a fun fact. You go steady. Well, actually, has anybody seen, if there's any Bruce Springsteen fans out there, he did a documentary last year behind the scenes of his tour. I just watched most of the interview with him that the BBC did about the documentary. I now want to watch the documentary. Well, this guy actually makes spacesuits for NASA as well. It's like, that's how good they are. Oh yeah, I got permission to move desks today and got told not to do it at the end of the day, so new desk is in a bit of a muddle. and the guy that sits the other side from where I'm now sat says he can hear my radio. So I'm like, damn it. So I've got to try and move the radio closer to me and turn it down. What's the conditions? I think my boss was getting fed up with me moaning every winter that I was getting a draft from the door behind me. There's a red. It's gone green. We're okay. Right, we've got 25 limit. 1.6 miles to go to the stop. Am I being promoted? It's taken 2 weeks of badgering. She keeps saying, oh, we'll have a chat before you move. And this morning she emailed me and I responded back and went, can I move or what? Yes, sorry, forget to tell you, you can move. Do it at the end of the day. Oh god, yeah, if it had been a class 66 with a red ahead, I'd have had no chance of bloody stopping. We have got a red ahead though. I now have a window. I can see my car now. When I first started, I had a window to my left, but because it's south facing, can never open the blinds. Then moved to the middle of the office, which I haven't liked since I moved. I got moved. And so there's a door behind me, and people walk behind my desk to go in and out of like the area. So I feel like I'm just sat in a corridor. So I've been moaning for the last 2 years to move, and someone else in the office moved. So I said, right, can I have their desk? So I'm now by a window. I'm only about 6 feet away from where I was. I've got more desk space as well, which is always good. Right, 1 mile to go. Anyway, back to the trains. Because they needed to be sat next to someone that they did a lot of work with. And they were fed up walking up and down the office. To get away from me, no. No, the guy I'm now sat behind was just sat like 4 foot to my right anyway. So I just moved the other side of him. So I haven't moved far. Right, 800 yards. I see a plane. It's a plane, it's a plane! Yeah, we got the divider things that are like higher than the screen, separating you from the apart from when you got two in an area. No idea, Arrow. I haven't thought about tomorrow's streams yet. I don't do that generally till after this one's over. Well, it's not an exciting view. It's some bushes and the car park, but I can see my car. Always park in the same space every day. Ooh, only a few seconds late as well. That's not bad going. Stop. Yeah, it's bank holiday weekend though, isn't it? Looking forward to that. Got Friday off. Woohoo! Mighty Mondeo stirring the emotions. I keep thinking of changing it. Well, I'm at the bank on Friday to talk mortgage and money and boring stuff. So part of me, if I can make myself better off each month, I'm now thinking, do I take the plunge and buy a new car? But I want to go down to the New Forest this weekend, so the car will get a good run, and after that I'll probably go, what's wrong with it? It goes absolutely fine. Right, Russellheim is next. Not many of the passengers on this route. No, not like that. But yeah, I do park in the same spot every day. Most people do. Well, we've seen one train go the other way. So yeah, we're going to do this run, which is the S9. We did the S1, the S8 and the S7 yesterday. We're going to do the S9, and then if you've got the route that the diesel comes on, there are layers for the diesel. So we're going to jump in that after this, do a diesel run. Then see if we can jump in an Ice Baby. You do seem to eat a lot of junk food, Connor, which, you know, I did at your age, like 8 years ago. Hi, Amy Lou. But yeah, I'm really liking the route. It is very nice. And recommended. Is the route still good? It is still good. I'm liking it. I'm not loving it. Do 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 do. Oh god, we got a 37 limit coming up. Oops. Braking. Ethan's probably having McDonald's now. He was in Spoons 4 hours ago. So it's probably about time he had a McDonald's. Off into London looking at some flowers with his mum. Can I get off? Hang on, don't you come on here spouting German? Bahnhof Aussteigen, I would have got that. Station exit. So, yeah, getting off at the next station. Can I? Yeah. You can get off at this station. Sod off. Unlock doors. Doors are unlocking. There's a person getting on. Let's go on Ethan Hyacinth. Hyacinth's bucket. I know why he's gone. He's only gone with his mum because trains and food. That's the only reason he's gone. Is there? I saw one getting on. Where are you? Where did you go? No, we're going to have to go. We will find you. $29, $30. When I cut my jaw up and married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cut my jaw. Never heard of it. Russelheim. That's not very far away, is it? It's just down there. They could have walked. And we've got 1 minute to get there. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We gotta do what they say can be done. They're the same people who used to go on the bus, but like they took the train to get away from. Well, that's not very nice, is it? My name is Stevie. Oh, that's brakes. For anybody, I'm not going to spend a whole stream talking about it, but for anybody that is interested in doing the day in London on the 5th of July, there is a rough plan. We're not going to do the whole, trekking around London on all the transport things like we did last time, because we did that last time. My plan is to see if we can visit some of the Harry Potter locations. So the Leaky Cauldron, the Leadenhall Market, a couple of those. And for anybody that's watched Slow Horses, maybe a couple of Slow Horses locations. Basically, a couple of film locations in and around that dead London. Right, wait until 8:33. We'll do that then. And yeah, if you can't make it to London, I will be at the Greatest Gathering at Derby on the 2nd of August, I think it is. And then we'll be, once tickets are confirmed, at York and Locomotion. Not the song, that's going round in my head now. At the end of September. And then you never know, I might be persuaded to do something in December. You never know. I did say, so I'm not travelling anywhere. You lot can come to Swindon this year, but we'll see. Right, 2.2 miles, 2.2, yeah, to Raunheim. I still look for very busy. I'm on the busy timetable. I've got all the layers on. It's not quiet, but it's not busy. Persuaded. But it's pointless me planning something if no one's interested in going. So if I say, right, I want to go to York in September, and one person says, yeah, I'll do that, well, I'm not going to go, am I? We did the York meet-up a couple of years ago, and it was great. Got a load of us. I wouldn't be in a rush to do anything that lines the pockets of a certain individual related to such an idea. What? You wouldn't be in a rush to anything that lines the pockets of a certain individual related to such an idea. Oh, no. General locations, not the Harry Potter. There may be one or two, but we'll try and do... no, I know what Amy Lou's... Yeah, and I support that. But no, we'll look at some other film locations as well. Yeah. If there's several people that haven't really done the sightseeing stuff in London, I'm happy to do that. I just like trekking around London. Again, I'm not going to spend the whole stream talking about it, but what I'd rather do this time is encourage people to go on the Friday so that we can start earlier on the Saturday and make the most of the Saturday. Braking. Yeah, I'd probably take a half day on the Friday and just travel up, park somewhere and be done. Tomorrow night, by the way, going to be here with some more of the bus sim thing, doing the bus in the multiplayers. That's tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Thursday night, back on the farm, continuing to set up the new farm. Did a bit of tweaking of the top yard, so going to carry on doing that on Thursday. Friday night, something multiplayer. There's a lot of us around on Friday night. At the moment, I'm thinking quiz, but could do something else. I'm off on Friday, so might have a bit of time to see if we can find something else. Saturday night will definitely 100% not be bingo. Definitely. Totally. Sunday lunchtime back on the farm. And then Monday I'll be here with something. And I don't know what. I might want to try Wreckfest. I think we could try Wreckfest on Monday, maybe. See if we can get a few of us around. Although I know Ethan won't be there, so that's a plus. Right, Kelster back in 4.8 miles. So yeah, we're doing the S9 run in this. Then we'll jump to something diesely. I wouldn't do more bit. Thing is, we had this situation when we first started doing golf with your friends, that we did it too much and it got boring. I don't want that to end up be the case with bingo. That's why I really want to try and find some other things. You know, the golf thing, good bit of fun, I like that. Still got some more courses to go through on that. British Railways, actually could do that Monday. British Railways, I like that. That's a good bit of fun for a few hours. Yeah, the thing is, I want to go back to that, but if we got a few people that want to join in with Roadblock stuff, there isn't really much to do with the restaurant thing. So it's finding games like bingo, like golf, where you can get a lot of you on doing something together. So another line coming in from our left here. I reckon that might be a bit of high-speed stuff. No worries, Michael. Well, hopefully we'll catch you at York. Hang on, you're in Birmingham. Right, that's till the Friday. Hop on a train, Birmingham to London. Friday night, done. You're halfway there. Return back to Birmingham on the Sunday. Use the other half of your return ticket back home again on the Monday on the train. Job's a good one. See? Oh, sod off. It's a training course. You don't really learn anything, do you? You're sat looking at a PowerPoint presentation and watching the clock or watching your phone, wanting the day to be over. They say, right, we do 2 hours and it's a 10-minute break, and you're like, oh my god, that's the longest 2 hours in your life. The worst on those training courses is the afternoon session, because everyone goes to lunch and then comes back and no one wants to take any information in. So I've been on a few where we've been out the night before. So a 2-day one, and they go, oh, you'll go out for a meal and a few beers after day one. And then you wake up in the morning on day 2 and go, oh my god, I drank too much. And then you just sit there and suffer through day 2. Right, we've got a 62 limit. Okay, busy here. My plan as well this weekend, don't laugh. You ready? Is to work on my entertainment stream. I know. Training with the West Midlands Emergency Services. Oh, here we go, Andy. Bob, he's Bob. He's a bit dead. He is. You got to go pump it up and down on his chest. You have when he's a bit dead. You got to do Nelly the elephant to keep him alive. I like the accent. I spent a lot of time in Birmingham. A lot of my youth. It's a plane, it's a plane, I hear it's a plane. That's the inside of a train. That way. Right, wait until 8:41 and 30 seconds. Well, fine, we'll do that then. That is coming up now. Right, Frankfurt Flughafen, one of the 12 Frankfurt stations I'm sure we'll be stopping at. It's coming up in 2.1 miles. Yeah, I like the variety of the routes in this. You got the three. Wait, I see. They collect. Hang on, if I show you the thing. Hang on. There. They say it's 3 routes. Okay, the S1, the S8, and the S9. We did an S7 yesterday, which only runs from Frankfurt to the airport, but it's another route. I don't know what it didn't say it's for. But there we go. So yeah, those are the routes. Look at me being all professional. I know it won't last because it's a bank holiday weekend. 4 days off. I've got no Ethan. That's going to be great. Right, Frankfurt Flughafen and Regional Bahnhof. I had a touch of that once, had to go to the doctor's for some cream. Hey Doc, I've got a touch of the Regional Bahnhofs going on here. Give me some cream for it. I do like the fact that even though we're coming closer to Frankfurt, it's still feeling quite rural. Rural? Because I'm guessing it is. We're still like 10 minutes out. Tunnel. That lighting transition's quite good as well. Quite like that. That's quite well done. I'm going to be arriving roughly on time as well. Yeah, chat took a bit of a chat. The stream was fine, but chat seemed to freeze for a minute. Then I was thinking, has everyone gone quiet? And yeah, it wasn't appearing on the screen. It seems fine now. I was thinking, why are they all gone quiet? I was thinking, oh my god. Yeah, that works. You know, see. Streamlabs just must have freaked out. We do apologise for the pause in the train. I just thought you'd all sorted off for a tea or something. Right, we've got a minute. Let's see if we can go and find a baldy. Have we got one in here this time? It is Twitch being twitchy. I like your hair, by the way. I quite like that. Apart from the widow's peak thing going on, I quite like short, spiky hair. I'm getting mine done at the weekend. You've got a ponytail. Definitely nothing like that. You're wearing the baseball caps thing. You're wearing baseball caps. Have we got a baldy, 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 baldy? I don't think we're going to get the board. Yes, baldy! really? Look at him. Hello. You're bored. I gotta go now. Oh, you've got no lights on inside. We'll solve that. Bear with me. Cab lights, passenger lights. There we go. They're on now. Yeah, they can see. They're all sat in the dark. It's Nigel Abordy. Frankfurt. I don't think I'll let it go that way. My hair grows quite long at the front. There's a little... I blame years of wearing a crash helmet. Wearing my hair thin on the top. Right, 2.8 miles to Frankfurt Stadion. Steady on, Frankfurt. Isn't it peaceful without Ethan? We get peace from him on Saturday because he's out on trains. Peace from him on Monday, he's out on trains. Peace from him on Wednesday next week, he's out on trains. Peace from him on Friday next week, he's out on trains. Next week's going to be great. Sausage. Wasn't it? There was one of the race circuits in the UK, I think we mentioned this before, was sponsored by Simply Sausages. Was it like Brands Hatch or Silverstone or something? You're on a week off next week. Nice. Well, it's good because you only use 4 days holiday to get a week off because of the whole bank holiday thing. Yeah, I can't take any time off in June because we're going to get busy at work. So that's why I'm off on Friday. So I've got to do a whole month without a day off. I don't know how I'm going to cope. Was it Donington? Yeah, Donington Racetrack was sponsored by Simply Sausages. It's like, really? Welcome to the Simply Sausages Donington Racetrack. I haven't gone more than 2 weeks without a day off this year, I think. The joys of retail then, isn't it? Thankfully, I did quite well with bank holidays. Simply Sausages ceased in 2010. A bit like there was the Formula One team, wasn't there? They were sponsored by, or briefly, the energy drinks guy, but his energy drink like flopped. Yeah, but Scotland gets the extra day off at New Year. No, it wasn't Red Bull. No, they've done well. But it was another energy drink that sponsored one of the lower teams. Can't remember which one it was. Was it Brawn? I remember being something about it on Drive to Survive. Right, we are shortly be arriving. We are shortly be arriving. That was good English, wasn't it? We will shortly be arriving in the mist at Frankfurt Stadion. Steady on. No, it wasn't Monster. Trenty should know. Trenty's a Formula One weirdo. Although he's of course he's driving a bus. Rich energy. There you go. That's the one. It was Haas, was it? Ah, there you go. Yes, rich energy. There we go. It's all right, Trent. Calm down. Thanks. You know, Connor's sorted it. Oh, locked doors. That's me. Ethan keeps messaging me. I don't know if he realises that I'm streaming. Right, Frankfurt Nieder. I don't think it did well as far as an energy drink was concerned. I try not to drink them. What does he want? I don't know. I haven't opened the messages. My phone keeps flashing up saying you've messaged me. Well, yeah, there is that, I suppose. I haven't got the time for Formula One. Before lockdown, I followed Formula One religiously. And then I just don't have the time for it anymore. Right, in we go to Frankfurt. And then we shall switch to diesel power. You're going to the Austrian. Nice. So we did the convoy at the park, Donington, which I would have done this year, but it's the week after Derby. And that, I think that was the first meetup we actually did as a Discord group. Was Convoy in the Park. And it's really good because you've got the static truck displays, so it's a bit like Truck Fest, but then you've also got the racing on circuit, which is truck racing and loads of other stuff. So last time we went, we said, oh, we should come back and do this again, and then do an overnight. Yeah, we went to Truck Fest. Was there like an hour. You go around a corner and go, oh, look, a row of trucks that all look the same. You go around another corner. Oh, look, it's another row of trucks that all look the same. So we was there an hour. We went back to one of the guys' house that used to be in part of the Discord and got very drunk. And I got very sunburnt. I had to drive his car back as well because it was so hot. He wandered around and had a few beers and said I shouldn't really drive, should I? So I had to drive his car. Right. Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof. So I mean, sometimes doing something and having something on, it's like we did Insomnia, the gaming festival thing at the NEC a few years ago, because there's something on. I think that's stopped now. So it gives you a reason to go somewhere, have a wander around, and also do the meetup at the same time. When the Flight Sim show was on at Cosford, we did that 2 years running. So you get to have a wander around the Flight Sim show, but you also get to wander around Cosford. So that's a good reason to do the meetup. And then you do the day and everyone toodles off home afterwards. Which is why you've got to have something that you're doing at the thing. I want to go try and get to a few concerts this year if I can as well. That's not really a meetup-y sort of thing, because you can't really meet up for an evening concert somewhere, because then no one wants to be leaving and travelling home at 10 p.m. It's very multi-level here, isn't it? Yeah, that got blocked by the bot, Connor, surprisingly. Right, in we come then to a very misty Frankfurt. Yeah, he tried to do it in a way that to get around Nightbot, but it didn't work. Oh, we're going down. Going down, down. Going underground. This reminds me of Antwerp station. It's on 4 different levels. That's awesome. I've got to go back there. That was such a cool station. I will just take a random day off in the in the summer, or maybe like September, and just go to Brussels. Levels of shots, levels of train tracks. The difference. I got bored of The Simpsons. Same with Family Guy. I just can't really. That's the plan, Connor. Everyone will think that I've just gone to work as normal, and all of a sudden you'll get a "Hello, I'm here." Garden Ord. Yeah, Amsterdam Central. I've seen that from the outside. It looks really cool. Knowing how easy it is to get to Brussels, which is a really good hub, and how cheap it is to get to Brussels. That's why I want to take a week off, which September's my aim, and like base myself in Brussels, go and do the Wuppertal suspended railway, and then go back to Antwerp, go to do the longest tram thing, which we did a bit of, because I know how to get there. And then that hotel I stayed in, okay, it was an Ibis budget, but it was cheap. And I know where that is because it's right at the end of a tram route, which is great. So going to Brussels a couple of times as we have, I know the lay of the land. How much is Brussels? Yeah, it depends how many there are in the bag. Are there any scenarios, timetables where you are running yellows due to delayed trains? I know scenario in general kind of thing. Yeah, there are most of the routes will have scenarios. We haven't really looked at the scenarios in this. You've got help out a stuck train before towing them to the S-Bahn depot. Help out on this double-ended unit from Frankfurt. Start by driving a Wiesbaden in an S-Bahn service before changing into 143 to drive backwards. There are a few that will say that weather's causing you a problem. Don't forget, you can actually make it difficult for yourself by running late. You do a timetabled route and leave like 5 minutes or 10 minutes late, then chances are you won't be at the time that you should be, so then you're going to get other things around you causing you delays, especially on some of the busier routes. On some of the regional stuff, you're not going to get affected. Right, so that was a 4:30. We're now going to go 642, which doesn't come as part of this route. It's part of the Maintalbahn route, but it's layered into this. So it's diesel. So we're going to go that, and we'll pick a route in this. Mainz to Frankfurt. So we just come into Frankfurt, didn't we? We'll go the other way around then. Frankfurt to Mainz. So we'll leave Frankfurt. And a bit of diesel action. Yeah. you, especially with Brighton Main Line, and I'd recommend getting the 700 DLC. And then there's a mod that adds that into Brighton. So once you get south of Clapham.
Good evening, Steve.
Thank you. It gets really busy. Oh, this sounds good. How long till Alexa? How many sleeps till Christmas?
It's 219 sleeps until Christmas. Santa has a Christmas cracker joke he wants to share with us.
What would you call an elf who has just won the lottery?
I don't know.
Wealthy! Ho, 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 ho!
Another cracking joke, Santa.
Come back tomorrow for another Christmas update.
219 sleeps till Christmas, apparently. That seems... I suppose 7 months. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can certainly recommend the 700 sim. It's really good, and there is a mod that adds it onto other routes as well. Hello. Right, wait until 12:25. So we've gone all diesely. High beam, off, on, off. You don't do anything. What are you? Your thing. Cab lights off. Instrument lights on. We'll have a bit of those. Indicator lights. Magnetic brake off. Sander off. Pizza B. Okay. Oh God, have we got a? No, we got single-handed. Good. High beam. Okay, you want to flash someone? I've got red lights on. Hang on. There we go. It's fine. Oh, locked doors. That's me. I'm flashing yellow lights on the thing. Frankfurt, Flugelhafen, Flugelflop. It's moving. Have I driven this before? Oh, it changed gear. Oh, I like that. Let's open the windows. I've opened the windows and put the volume up a little bit. Oh, I think there's our thumbnail. Oh, a bit more power. Oh, I'm liking this. This is a DMU, yeah. So this doesn't come with the Frankfurt route, but if you've got the Maintalbahn route, this is layered in. Oh, that does sound nice. So it's a little two-car unit, and we got two of them chucked together. How horny is it? I don't know what sort of speed we'll get up to. but it's quite nice. Tomorrow night, by the way, back with some... what are we doing? The Bus tomorrow night. I forgot what day it was. In multiplayer. Thursday night, back on the farm, continuing to set up our new farm. Friday night is going to be something fun and multiplayer, maybe some quizzing. Saturday night is definitely 100%. It's not going to be bingo. If it is, Colin definitely isn't joining. And then Sunday, back on the farm, where hopefully we'll get to start farming. Monday night, I'll be here, maybe with some British Railways in the Roblox thing. Tuesday, more Train Sim World. I might do Frankfurt Fulda, so stay in Germany, and do the other line that comes out of Frankfurt next Tuesday. Next Wednesday, there's going to be more of the bus. Next Thursday, something, and then next there's things. I'm liking this train. We've got a good bit of visibility. Visibility est gut. What's Saturday? It's definitely not bingo. It needs to be something simple, because if I go to the New Forest on Saturday, I'll make sure I'm back. So we're definitely running on the slower lines then than we did before, because we weren't doing these slow speeds last time, unless these things aren't rated for higher speeds. So these things just trundle along. So a bit like the German version of the 166. I do like a 166. Oh, a bit more power. Yeah, not exactly rapid. Yeah, and I'd definitely change gear. Yeah, this is not designed for high speed. It's designed for short commutery stuff where there isn't overhead. But I like it. A bit like the 158. Yeah, I suppose. Although the doors probably open quicker on this than they do on the 158. Oh, I'm speeding. Brakes are good. So why aren't we stopping at these stations? That's a bizarre thing, isn't it? We're obviously a bit of an express. Hang on, we got a 99 limit coming up. It's never going to do that, is it? No, no one is changing up that early. last point. Have we got a thing? It is German. God, I didn't realise my neck could do that. No. This thing here says 70 and 85. It's just changed up again. Hang on, we got a 50. Down and left? Nothing down there. No. You'd think it'd be prominent. Hang on, it's there. 120 kilometers an hour. Which is what? 100 kilometers an hour is 60 miles an hour. So about 75. There you go. Which isn't that rapid, is it? That's sort of... That's pacer territory. But I suppose it's all you need on these rural lines. I don't know if we've come the same way as we did before, because this definitely seems longer, or whether it's just the fact that we're going a lot slower. Actually, the brakes work really well. We are now arriving. Yeah, this is no different to getting a 150 or something like that on a service. They're not designed for speed, are they? This is obviously designed for efficiency. Doors unlocking. Baldy! Oh god, double baldies. Hello, baldy, 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 baldy. 3 baldies. Another one down there. Another one over there. Oh god, they're all on this route, aren't they? Got a glass door. If you want to see. Would I do high tea on a train? No. Doesn't appeal to me. So we went on that steam railway thing up in Matlock Way, trundling along at 15 miles an hour on a steam railway. No, I don't get it. What the hell is high tea? Little tiny triangle sandwiches. Tea, scones. Right, Rosselheim, 8.2 miles. Blimey. So yeah, low down acceleration. Quite good in this. most I've had is a sandwich. Maybe I've never had a meal on a plane. Right, we got 2.2 here. 62 miles an hour. Well, yeah, what you should do is obviously sit down and have a wee. Because otherwise yeah, it's not fun. Oh wow, we're getting slower. I'm flat out. Yeah, this thing's definitely not built for speed, is it? It's got 3 engines as well, 4 engines. So there's an engine in each carriage. Oh, right, no. Oh, I'd say we're on the flat surface now. We should get a giddy on. I like the train, I do. It's like the German version of the Pacer. I could cope with this for a long journey. We're watching the Grand National. Giddy up there, donkey. We don't seem to be getting any closer to our destination. Well, we got 6 minutes to get there and 7.5 miles. I think as we got a 62 limit now. Then it goes back to a 99, then a 62, then a 99. So why have they got the little tiny diesel unit doing the semi-fasts and then the electric stuff doing the stopping? Just seems really odd. Right, power. Well, when I say power, it's yeah, we're going. Come on. $70. And we've got a slight downhill as well. Well, now we're at its top speed. So depending if it's geared for 75, we shouldn't go much faster. it's definitely not going to get to 99. The fact that we can still be on electric as well, because we got the overheads, but we decided to go diesel. Once we've done this route, I will see what we've got for an ice baby. So at least we're taking a few different things on this route, and I'm actually really liking the route. I like the fact you have got these multiple bits to it, which if you haven't seen the map, there you go. So you've got the S1, the S8 and the S9 that takes you down a couple of different versions of the track. And yeah, it's done really well. Yeah, I think that's as much as we're going to get out of it. Well, they're not modelled. 76. I don't think we're going to do 3.7 miles in 2 minutes somehow. This train's going into service in 2016, so they're not that old then. They obviously are designed for the more urban, not urban, more rural routes where there isn't overhead. Probably with a bit of stopping services. So a bit like the 150 or the 166. Although the 166 can go on some long journeys. Newport to Portsmouth. It does only show 140. So it ain't going to get to 99, especially because I should be in kilometres an hour, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't really do enough of the German stuff. I don't do much of the foreign stuff. I really like the Long Island Railroad, and having watched that jet lag thing the last couple of lunchtimes, they've been on the Long Island Railroad. Need to go back and do some more of that. And some of the German routes are actually quite nice. I like this because I like a commuter route. So I like the multiple stops and not just a high-speed run. So I'm going to get some rain. Which means I now need to work out how to turn the wipers on. Wipers. Oh, that'll do. There you go. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? You're definitely going to be late. I could have gone, well, I've already lost 3 miles an hour and I'm just coasting now. Yeah, it's certainly one of the better German routes. It's still not that busy. You know, if you want a route for busyness, I would still say that the busiest routes we have are the UK ones. So either London Commuter or East Coast Main Line South are the two busiest that I've been on. Long Island Railroad, fairly busy. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing whatever we get with the new train sim, which is going to be what, 3 months' time? I mean, like a minute late, which by German standards is practically on time. Yes, Connor. Unlock doors. Doors are unlocking on the right hand side if they open. Yes, they do open. even with that, I've always given my honest opinion of routes. If a route's good, I'll tell you it's good. If I can recommend you buying it, I'll tell you. If it's not good, I'll tell you. So I'm not forced to give an opinion. Oh, there's wheel slip. Come on. It's like Antelope Valley, yeah. Yeah, don't, just don't. I can imagine to go on that route, it'd be quite relaxing. Oh, what did I get offered? I got offered something today. What was that? Car dealer simulator. It's like, okay. You simulate being a car dealer. Sounds exciting. Although, when I first heard about Power Wash Sim, I was like, no, it's how power washing. No. How enjoyable was Power Wash Sim? I want to record a couple of videos over the weekend, so don't be surprised if you don't see it on Sunday. There's a bit of a random Sunday. Yeah, final stop then, 6.3 miles as the weather comes in. Well, there you go. Ice, ice baby. So we'll jump into one of those next. The weather's definitely changed. I think it's due to do tomorrow. It's supposed to get rain. Pacer Tour this year. No, I haven't even got Train Sim Classic installed. I will be here over Christmas. I was looking at going away, but it's just too expensive. So it'll be my normal streaming Christmas day. Probably on the farm. But there won't be a Pacer Tour. I don't think we streamed. Did we stream New Year? I don't think we... I can't remember if I streamed on New Year's Eve last year. Oh, die. Ooh, die. Oodie. 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 Are you having some sort of mental episode there, Trent? You did. That's better. Yeah, rain tomorrow. I don't care what it does tomorrow. Or Thursday. Friday I want to mow the lawn. Friday afternoon. That's my plan. Harry wasn't around New Year. Yeah. No, yeah, because I was here on my own New Year's Eve. Yeah, Ethan was here for Christmas. All by myself for both this year, unless I meet a nice man between now and then. You never know. Uh-oh, there's a red. Friday's forecast is sunny. Sunny, that's good. I have the bank first, and then it's home. Attack the gardens. I want to buy a hedge trimmer. My advice, Connor, is as much as friendships can work everywhere. Friendships, you've got no need for a geographical distance with a friendship. Relationships never work over a long distance. I've been in relationships with people that aren't close by and they just don't work. Oh blimey, this weather's definitely doing the weathery thing. Right. We haven't got an arrival time at our end station, so it's just, yeah, just get there. Yeah, I like this train though. There's the other little German thing that's a bit like a pacer as well, but that's different because the engine's at one end, so when you drive it from one end it sounds good. You drive it from the other end, it's too quiet. This, because it's got the 4 engines, you still get a bit of engine noise. It's definitely got the CVT bit about it, because it's not, it's almost as though it's just about at the similar revs. Got my first mopeds with CVTs, squirt and goes. You realise how boring a moped is when you do Swindon to Birmingham at 35 miles an hour. That's an interesting 3 hours. And I did that for a little bit of time every weekend. It wasn't that. It's fairly comfortable. It just took a while. I went from 50cc that did 35 mile an hour to an 80cc that did 45 miles an hour. That brought the time down. Then went to 100. Then a 125, then passed my test and got a 450, then a 600, then a 900, then 1100. So watching that thing with Ewan McGregor makes me really want to bike again. I haven't got anywhere to put one. That's my main problem. I've got a garage. That was on the 900. I did it in an hour and got told off by my sister for doing Birmingham to Swindon in an hour, cross country. I think they are on DVD. The older ones anyway. They did one in 2007 which was long way round, where they rode from London to New York via Russia. Then 2 years later, they did long way down, where it was Ireland to South Africa. Then Charlie Borman actually did a series on his own called By Any Means, where he travelled around, and every like town or whatever it was, he changed transport. That was quite good. And then in 2019, they did Long Way Up from the tip of South America to Los Angeles on electric Harleys, which is okay. This one's from Scotland to London via Scandinavia on 50-year-old motorbikes, and it's quite good. And forgot how sexy Ewan McGregor was when he put his short spiky hair. Right, anyway, don't like him with the beard. Not a fan of beards. Right, so we've done the 430 that comes with the route. We've just done the 642 with the diesel engine. Now we're going to jump into a bit of that should do it. So the route we've just done, we're going to do the other way now, from Mainz to Frankfurt, in the Ice Baby, and then we'll see if we can jump in something else quickly. There's no time. Yeah, I like travel stuff. That's why the American show, which I think is on Prime, The Amazing Race. I've seen every single series of The Amazing Race. I love it because of the game show aspect to it. I also love it because you see bits of the world, which is quite cool. And the fact they came to Britain once and came to Marlborough, not far from me, and someone basically mullered the clutch on a car trying to hill start it coming up the hill out of Marlborough, which is quite amusing. All right, reverser into forward. Right, unlock doors. Right, there we go. Yeah, stuff like that's quite interesting. I like that. Well, one of my favourite. Well, I think the first proper travel show I watched was Around the World in 80 Days by Michael Palin, which is phenomenal. I've watched that so many times, and I've read the book a few times. Then there's Pole to Pole, where you went North Pole to South Pole. I was actually, up until I started watching YouTube at lunchtimes, I've been reading the book on that. So I like that. That's really interesting stuff. I do like a bit of travel, even though I haven't really travelled myself. Right, where are we going? Frankfurt, Flügel, and then Frankfurt. So 2 stops for this one. So hopefully we'll get a bit of higher speeds. It should take us on the high speed runs, hopefully. So yeah, this doesn't come with the route, but if you've got Frankfurt Fulda, you'll get this layered in. And next Tuesday I may do Frankfurt Fulda, which will also leave from Frankfurt and it goes to Fulda, because that's logical. And yeah, when I do eventually do my entertainment stream, I'll try and show some of the shows that I watch and some of the travel stuff. Palin did do the Sahara, and he did Full Circle as well, which is going around the Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim? I think so. No, the other one. Right, Frankfurt Flügelflip. And we're off. He's done a few. He did Himalaya, 40. So he did around 180 days. Pole to Pole, Full Circle, Sahara, and Himalaya, and then he did another one, I think, or another 2. I like those on Discovery, Michael. Abandoned Engineering. No, Connor. Because I like grand designs. I'm a bit of an architecture fan. Not really a buff, but I like building stuff. And some people don't like grand designs. I like it because I find it quite interesting. Working in the industry I'm in as well, it's quite interesting. Right, so we've got a 14-mile dash then to Frankfurt Flügel. I need to finish watching You. I might start that this weekend. Again, season 2. Or is this going to be one of those where we're just going to trundle along? Because we've got a 37 limit, then a 50 limit. So please say we're not in an ice train, we're just going to be trundling. Afterlife was fantastic. I love that show. The last couple he's done has been really good. Yeah, I also watch Grand Designs New Zealand and Grand Designs Australia as well. They're really interesting because of where they are. Oh God, it's an Ethan. You should watch the show, Michael. Oh, what was it called? That was based around an alternative 70s. The American, not Americans. Had Al Pacino in it. That was on the premise that Hitler was still alive after the Second World War. My God, it was good. No, this is a TV series that was brilliant. How is... What? Don't turn into Trent. I'm trying to find the name of it now, but bear with me, caller. Hunters. Yeah. Watch the TV series Hunters. It's really, really, really good. A big recommendation. There's a lot of shows. See, when I do eventually do my entertainment thing, I'm only going to cover shows that I watch now. But there's been so many that I've watched that are good, I'll forget all about those. Yeah, seriously, I guarantee you'll watch the first episode and you'll want to watch the rest. It's one of those, especially with Al Pacino. It's so good. The premise is, without spoiling anything, it's based around a load of... hang on, was it the Nazis or the Jews? Was it the Jews killing the Nazis or the Nazis killing the Jews? I think it's based around a load of Jews tracking down Nazis and basically killing them. But brilliant. And Hitler is in it. Right, we've got 12 miles to Frankfurt. According to Amazon, you've watched it already. Oh, that's good then. Never seen Vikings. Right, so I can almost see we're not really going to do any high-speed run in the Ice Ice Baby, are we? It's going to be normal low-speed tracks. It's a bit like it was on one of the other routes where you're in a high-speed train on the slow section. Yeah, I really... Oh, God, we've got a separate break. Hello. There we go. Yeah, I really must get my entertainment stream sorted out. It's definitely on a list of things that I'll be 100% doing this weekend. So expect to see it at Christmas or something. Yeah, I said earlier, there was a thing last year about Bruce Springsteen. That I want to see the documentary. I wonder if anybody had seen it. I have to see where it's watchable. I do like a bit of Bruce. He's 75. And still does 3-hour concerts. And according to the interview I saw, they never have a set list. Most touring bands will have a set list. So they'll have a list so they can get people to do lighting, you know, so it's in time with the music. So the lighting engineers know, oh, it's this song. So lighting set for each song, because, you know, they know what's going to be. They just do it on the fly. They feel the energy, and then he'll just announce the next song, and the band are like, okay. That's awesome. So he doesn't know what he's going to play. You never know what you're going to get. I've got a concert of his on Blu-ray where he did a concert at Hyde Park. It is called Road Diary, yeah. And that's amazing. It's on Disney Plus. Cool. Alright, we've got a 60, and then we've got a red. Oh, that's tweaking. So yeah, it doesn't like we're going to be doing high speed in the ice train then. I did like that diesel. Alright, green. So yeah, I'm hopeful, and I've said this before about my that weather changed, my entertainment thing. I once I did a first slide, and I know a format of how I want to do it. I'll be able to waffle on about it, and my aim for it is to hopefully get a bit of conversation going in the Discord server about my shows, which means I get someone to talk to about the shows I like. And then so I'll do one on the shows I watch, one on the YouTube people that I follow and why I watch them, and then maybe music I can't do because music will get copyright striked instantly, but maybe then I don't know, my favorite films, and then hopefully we'll get a bit of conversation going, and then be able to do something similar again, maybe with a second one showing shows that I used to watch, or have people give recommendations to their shows. So maybe get you guys to do a slide about your favorite shows, posting the trailer to the show, and then I put those into a thing, maybe without watching them myself. Watch the trailer, read your descriptions on the show, and then in chat then you can say the reasons you like it and why you watch it. So, and try and get a bit of, you know, gaming is the main thing of the channel and simulation is the main thing of the channel, but I like entertainment. There's a red light there, and I really like to get a conversation going on it. Right, well, we ran that red light, it would seem. We didn't like we were going to get much high speed out of the ice baby. So what we'll do is we'll jump back in the 430. There we go. Half an hour. That'll do. We'll do this early morning service then from Frankfurt to Hochheim. Back in the 4:30. Yeah, I can embed a video on the PowerPoint. That's fine. I know what I want to do. The problem is, it's the layout. Once I get a slide done, so what I want is consistent format. I almost want like 2 slides per show. One showing the how many episodes it is, where you can watch it, when it aired, and then I'll show the trailer to it and then talk about it. Right, Frankfurt, Hattersheim, Eddersheim, Florsheim, Hochheim. So 25 Frankfurt stations and then some others. But yeah, definitely am really liking this route. This is actually one, although this is a full timetable, I wonder how long it'll be before someone actually looks and sees if it is a full timetable. And I can almost see us getting more. I think next week, I don't know, potentially might do Frankfurt Fulda and then see the other side of the Frankfurt line and see how that goes. I haven't done that in a while. That came with this, wasn't it? Was it with 4 or 5? Frankfurt Fulda came with. Which side is my door? Bye, have I gone somewhere? See you, Connor. Right, Frankfurt Gleisheim. I'm slightly concerned now that the stream's died, but it doesn't seem to have done. Okay. Or has Twitch chat died again? Yay! Oh no, okay. So Twitch chat died earlier. Well, don't do that to me. Connor said bye, and I thought, uh-oh. I've got passenger lights on. Yes. Right, up and out the tunnel. Reminds me of coming into New York with the skyline behind us and not the Nissan. So this thing's going to go quicker than the ice train. And it's certainly quicker than the diesel thing. I like that though. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I'll stop. Right, 1.4 miles to Frankfurt Grisheim. Grissom, who's in CSI. That got cancelled. I was enjoying the new CSI Las Vegas. Where are you leaving to? I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know if I'll be back again. Definitely in a random mood. Hello, Trent's mum. Oh, right. Let's get in there quick. Trent's mum, listen. Despite what he says and how much he protests, on the 5th of July, Trent is booking the day off work and he's coming to London. Make sure he does it. Yes, you are. Don't, Trenty. Braking. Braking. We have arrived at Frankfurt Gleisheim. Good. Get him out of the house. Come and meet us weirdos in London for the day. If Nico can travel all the way down from flipping near Iceland, pretty much where he lives, then I'm sure Trenty can come from somewhere between Nottingham and Derby. Oh, it's up that way, isn't it? Frankfurt Nied. I'm really liking this train. If this, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Yeah, that's my plan, Amy Lou. I'm going to take the afternoon off. I'm not going to take the whole day currently. I'm going to take the afternoon off, finish work, drive up, probably park at Rickmansworth, leave the car there, tube in, done. If this was busier, this could actually be a really, really, really good route. Because of the fact you've got these multiple lines in. Yeah, I'll look at hotels this weekend, see if we can find somewhere. We talked about, last time we were going to do it, we talked about doing a hotel in Reading. Because Reading was easier for people to get to. It was cheaper for people to get to. So travelling from places in the country to Reading are easier and cheaper than it is to get into London. But then all you got to do is jump on the purple train or on something from Reading early on the Saturday morning and back out on the Saturday night. Okay, do you want us to do what about that, Amy Lou? Not a lot we can do there, you know. Then moral support. Rub it on something. Hey, look at that. And on time. On time, on digital, on 88 and 91 FM. You're listening to BBC Radio 2. Wait until 6:34 and 30 seconds. It's all gone quiet. Everyone's gone, hello? Hello, can you hear me? It's all gone very quiet. How on earth do you remember that? Don't make me put the next of kin card up. The worrying thing is, if I've remembered that, what have I forgotten? Right, Frankfurt. 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 That place is next. With stupid place names. You can never go there because you can never pronounce the place. No. No, I had curry. Again. I couldn't be bothered. Because I tried that butter chicken I got from the Home Bargains. That was really nice. Go to Wales. Well, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I spent a fortnight once working in Swansea when I worked for a well-known machinery superstore. And we had to take customers' names and addresses. We used to say for their warranty, but it was to get them on a mailing list. And so normally you'd ask the customer for name and address. Some people didn't want to tell you it. And okay, fine, just take your name and not a problem. Some of the people's names and addresses, the area was Llansamlet. It was Samlet Road, Llansamlet was the area where the store was and still is. And so you get people coming down from the valleys. And then they tell you their address and you'd be like, what? And so I turned the screen round and put the keyboard in front of them and said, just type your address in there for me, please. It's like, really? I'm not from round here. You may notice that. I shut the doors a bit early. That's fine. No one wanted to get on anyway. Right, Frankfurt. Fabwork Platform 2 is next. Am I okay? No. I'm looking forward to my weekend. That's a long one. It wouldn't be. His name wouldn't be John Smith. It'll be Gwyn Evans, 34 Sheepview Avenue. That place. Okay, don't get out the first door. It's fine. After that, it's okay. I still don't. I'm not a fan of electric hauled freight. Which place or place? That place. Oh, gotta make sure I don't go to Chippy on Friday. Someone remind me. Friday, don't go to the Chippy. Just about 4 p.m. Just remind me. Just in case I do. I'm not even Llanfar. Goch. There we go. No, not now. On Friday at 4 p.m. Remind me. You know what I've done there? I've opened the doors on the right and I should have been closing the doors on the left. We'll try that again. Look, so I'll go in there. They'll ask me where my son is. Because he said that to Ethan last week. He said, where's Dad? Right, Frankfurt Singlingen. It's I said that last time I went in without Ethan. I said, oh, he's with his mother this weekend. Yeah, but your mother has often given you looks that mean she wants to kill you, Ethan. So there's no difference there, is there? Oh yeah, right. We said this before. Okay, when Ethan's here, he wakes up in the morning. He sends me a text message going "Dada," so that I know he's awake and my silence and my calmness is about to be broken. Comes down on Sunday morning. I said, you didn't text me. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. I got no text. He looked on his phone. He sent it to his mum. I bet that confused her. Yeah, I've got siblings that I never talked to. It'll be 5 years soon. Right, wait until 6:42 and 30 seconds. This is the final run for tonight then on this route. So I may do Frankfurt Fulda next week so we can see the other side of Frankfurt, well, Frankfurt, rather than the slow speed side. Hang on, is the Frankfurt Fulda the one with the Flix train that looked quite cool? I did like that. I'd like to go on one of those because it was like really bare bones interior as well. That cripple us in the UK, wouldn't it? We're getting Flixbus now. I can almost see Flixbus taking over and wiping out National Express. How long before we start getting Flix train over here? Or Flix plane? Right, Hattersheim is next. Exactly, it won't be long. And yeah, I think this is one of those routes that you could spend time in. Because of the three different lines, I don't think you'd get that bored going up and down. Because you're not doing the same stops over and over again. Yeah, I can see National Express like going. Well, it shows that people want no frills. You know, no frills airlines work. You just want a seat. You want to get to the place. You know, people don't mind. You know, if you want to pay for the extras, you can pay for the extras. You want extra leg room, you can pay for it. You want to take more bags on, you can pay for them. You want a meal service, you can pay for that. Some people don't mind that. Some people want to get somewhere, you know, from A to B as cheap as they can. So I think that no frills approach works. done. Yeah, I've been looking at options to fly to America, and it's such a big difference in price between the airlines. But there is that Nordic Air that is doing like a budget like flight to New York. I think, well, 5 hours. I cope 4 hours wedged in a flipping seat going to Fuerteventura. I'm sure I can cope an extra hour or two on a budget flight. You just stick your headphones on. As long as the circulation isn't being cut off to your knees, you're fine. JetBlue. Don't they go... Don't JetBlue fly from, I want to say, Manchester? The thing that's cool is the thing that a guy that used to be in a Discord did, his other half was in Chicago. So he did it a couple of times, was he flew via Shannon in Ireland and cleared US immigration in Ireland. So when you arrive in America, you arrive at domestic gates, so you haven't got to go through immigration. So it doesn't take long to clear it in Shannon because you've only got one plane full of people. So you're not going to be stood there for 4 hours trying to get through US immigration. You clear it here, you arrive there, you get off the plane, you collect your bags, you're gone. Because New York and Orlando are the two cheapest places to fly to in the States because of the frequency of flights. Orlando's a pain because of where it is. New York's good because of connections. And yeah, going to Heathrow isn't a problem. We might not be stopping here. Yeah, the people of Eddersheim don't want this train. Really, Tom? Really? Right, we'll go to Florsheim instead. Can you do a go around? I'll say at some point this year you will see a random post from me, and I know Ethan won't like this, but he's going to be all over the country soon, on like a 10 a.m. on a Wednesday of me in Brussels. I am just going to go, you know what, I'm just going to do it because that's what I need to do. And if I can do that on my own, then the next step is going, you know what, if I can do that, then I can leave the country. Well, which Brussels is, you know what I mean. Well, yeah. So I've been I've done the UK on my own, not a problem. I haven't got an issue with that at all. Out and about during the day, I've always been one then, go out during the day, back in the evening, sit, watch some shows on my laptop or whatever. I'm quite happy doing that. Right, I think we should be all right stopping at this one. Door is opening. You know, it's difficult to crash in a train, although we have derailed a couple of times. All right, one more station to go. Hochheim. Train. I could detail. I'm not a car cleaner. I think derail. He's not the brightest, is he? Auto correct. Auto dimwit. I hear an ambulance. Auto Tom. Tom. Is he any good at directions? Right, make sure you close the doors on the correct side. Right, 3.7 miles to Hochheim. Our final stop for this evening. Yeah, this thing's definitely a lot quicker than that diesel thing. What, everyone in the whole world? Or are you just, you know, thinking like us? Everyone in the universe. So that doesn't include Trent, because we're not sure where he's from. Apparently I've had an email from Dovetail saying the Frankfurt S-Bahn's out now. Is it? They probably don't know where you're from, Trent. Not sure where your home planet is. Hang on, Trent, stop playing OMSI. What's wrong in the world? Alright, 1.4 miles to Hochheim. Yeah, for a route that I was prepared not to like, it's definitely grown on me. It's one that I would stick back in the rotor and do it again. Oh, that was full brakes. That's fine. I wasn't panicking. Loads of room. Thankfully, the brakes are quite good. Done. Yeah, a really, really enjoyable route, that one. We like it. Well, I do. I like it a lot. Can definitely recommend it for those of you looking for something German that is good. That is it. Go buy that. Next time then, we will have a look at the Frankfurt folder, which is Frankfurt folder. And then after that, who knows? Next stream, tomorrow night, back with some of the bus in multiplayer, carrying on in Berlin, doing another one of the routes that we haven't done before, hopefully. Thursday night, back on the farm, continuing the farm setup, which hopefully will either get done on stream tomorrow or then to a point where I can finish it off stream before Sunday's farming stream. That's tomorrow night. Friday night, something multiplayer, could be the quiz based on how many people we've got already. Saturday night, definitely 100% isn't going to be bingo. Not happening. Sunday lunchtime, more farming. Monday night, I'll be here with maybe do some British Railways on Monday because Ethan isn't here, so we get a bit of peace. And then more Train Sim World 5 back on Tuesday next week. So there we go. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 2 and a bit hours. I'm gone yet, Trent. Last 2 and a bit hours. No one did any following or anything tonight, so no one to thank there. The moderation team did nothing. So not going to thank them either. There we go. I'll be back, unfortunately, with people. That came out wrong. I struggle to do words. I'll be back, unfortunately, tomorrow night with people. That's what I meant to say. Doing some bus driving and crashing a lot, probably. Until then, if you have been. Oh yeah, Connor donated. Thank you, Connor. It didn't show up in my feed. Thank you for the donation. We'll try that again then. Until tomorrow night then, if you have been. Thank you very, very much for watching.